What do you say about that? 34 counts. The question is to whether America will I told her. I told that lady. I told her. And what I know is that this case is riddled with errors. Throw me out because I told her the truth. I just was telling her the truth. That's all I was doing. That's all I did. And people say, should it go to the Supreme Court? No, it can't go to the Supreme Court unless they exhaust all of the state court appeals. I've spent 32 years in this system, and I am totally disillusioned. You had a judge and you had a DA who literally campaigned on making sure that this president would be indicted. We've got an attorney general who did the same thing. This is a new era in America, and I think it goes against the ilk of who we are as Americans and our faith in the criminal justice system.
So if you're just joining us, 34 counts, 34 in that indictment against President Trump today. The jury comes back unanimously convicting him guilty on all 34 counts. They were all similar in that they had to do with falsification of business records. That was what would have been a misdemeanor. That's where the statute of limitations would have run. And there was another underlying crime, which we didn't find out about what that was going to be essentially until the closing arguments and the jury instructions from the judge yesterday. He gave them choices. Trey, we've talked about this many times. That they had choices. Will we ever know what choice the jury made with linking this to an underlying crime?
There are only two ways you'll know that, maybe possibly three. On appeal, arguably, the government could be forced to explain what that second crime was. Maybe it's a special verdict form and we haven't seen it. It certainly wasn't read to the jury. It wasn't polled. The jury was just polled, which means each individual juror was asked.
Just accept it, sir.
It's still your verdict. We don't know what that second.
You gotta accept it. You know what I mean?
Or a member of the jury could talk.
What's the difference for Trump than the people who have been wrongfully black people convicted and other people? Because they don't just do it to blacks, they do it to white people too, and other nationalities.
Talks about how people are going to react to this in different ways. We've got a tweet out now.
Trump found guilty 34 counts.
Democrats have succeeded in their years-long attempt to turn America into a third world blank. November 5th is our last chance to save it. So, tough news for the former president legally, but politically, does he get a boost from this on the campaign trail saying, okay, they did what I told you they were going to try to do to me. Now you have to elect me in order to head all of the rest of this off that I predict will come.
Hard for us to gauge as people who were very involved in politics, because I think at this point in the campaign, the people you're trying to reach are the people who want
what politics gonna do for you
taken in
with Jesus Christ.
For most of the people who are in our world and who follow this closely, I think they're pretty stuck in their positions. What I've always wondered, and I'm not the political guy, we got a former member of Congress with us here, but I thought that the internal polling of the Democrats has to tell them, it would seem to me, that being able to call Trump a convicted felon in the run-up to the election is worth X number of points in the battleground states. So even if it fires up his base, and it should, and even if Janine, I think, is quite right, that this is going to change
put that man in office. He already caused enough. You ain't tired all them people. What they call that thing? Extrusion or whatever the world.
But as it plays politically,
they gotta stop it.
Stop
it!
To have
Stop it!
For them in the run-up to
it doesn't make any sense, sir.
We think about that and
Accept
also
the truth.
In the context of the fact that if they're, as we've talked about, going to now start referring to former President Trump as convicted felon Donald Trump, and whether they're going to use that language that we also know Hunter Biden is facing 2 federal trials, which we can talk about as well, one of them starting on Monday, and the fact that I don't think the Trump campaign is going to pull any punches if Hunter Biden winds up convicted of something. It does look to many people across the spectrum here in America that a lot of our political fighting has into legal warfare as well.
You know, it's interesting, Shannon. We've been calling it lawfare. I think lawfare is far too soft. It's far too benign. This is warfare. This is the taking down of someone, not just politically, but legally, and looking to take away their civil liberties. And you know, as a prosecutor and a judge, my job was to make sure that the guilty
I
were
hate
convicted,
that.
and to make sure that their people's civil
Man,
liberties weren't
Trump.
taken away. I
Man.
understand the president's coming out.
There you go, Trump.
Okay. Yeah, Judge, if you'll hold on
Hey,
just a second, this is
man.
President Trump now. He is walking out.
Trump's
Let's
wrong.
By a conflicted judge who is corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were at 5% or 6% in this district, in this area. This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here. We have a sore respect, DA, and the whole thing. We didn't do anything wrong. I'm a very innocent man, and it's okay. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for our Constitution. Our whole country is being rigged right now. This was done by the Biden administration in order to move to hurt an opponent, a political opponent. And I think it's just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end and we'll win. Because our country's gone to hell. We don't have the same country anymore. We have a divided mess. We're a nation in decline, serious decline. Millions and millions of people pouring into our country right now. From prisons and from mental institutions, terrorists. And they're taking over our country. We have a country that's in big trouble. But this was a rigged decision right from day one. With a conflicted judge who should have never been allowed to try this case, never. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much.
Trump don't want to talk. Look at Trump. Look at Trump. Trump walked away. Hey, that Trump walked away, boy. I tell you. They got Trump messed up, boy.
Guilty on all 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in New York. Class E felonies are punishable by up to 4 years in prison, but legal experts say since Trump is 77 and has no criminal record, jail time is very unlikely. The sentencing will be up to the judge at a hearing on July 11th.
Hey,
Trump has denied
Scott.
all wrongdoing and he has vowed to appeal. Under U.S. law, the conviction does not mean he's barred from running for or
Wow.
serving as president. This is one of 4
They should
criminal
leave
cases
Donald
brought
Trump
against
alone.
Mr. Trump. The other cases involve
Man,
allegations
oh.
of election tampering, mishandling of classified documents, and involvement
Hey.
in a Capitol riot. It is unlikely any of those
Yes,
cases will reach the
they should
trial
leave
stage
Donald
before
Trump
the
alone.
election.
Leave the guy alone.
Reporting from Washington, I'm Caroline
He's an
Chapman.
elderly
For
man.
this developing story, stay tuned to this Fox News station.
Both.
Yes, and you can count on Fox News
Both.
to stay up to date on the developments
Both.
for you. You
Two.
heard from the former president there ago saying he's innocent and
Oh,
calling the
yeah.
entire process rigged. That sentencing comes out in July on the 11th, and of course we will continue to follow it as president will have more dates in court.
Yeah, the president calling himself innocent of this and said that they will appeal. Of course, we will
Yeah.
continue to follow this story and have much more on Fox 10 News coming up a little bit later on. We're going to go to the break now with more after the break.
Big insurance companies were just
Trump is giving. I can only pick one. Well, I can't pick one. But what I can do is I pick this right. I pick let's see. I pick let's see. Who you like? Who you like? Who do you like? Who you like? Hello? Who do you like? What is that? What is that? Oh, okay. Why? Why you like Palestine? Why? Why? Huh? Can I ask you why do you choose Palestine? Why? Can't say why. Okay. Well, look. Do you see stumbling block to children of Israel? This is the Bible, Revelation. Oh, so y'all killing each other about a country? That's just like blacks fighting Africa, or fighting America about taking them from their country. Like, come on. Muslims come, also, false doctrine. Have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard of false religion? Because Jesus did away with Moses' law, which is most Muslims relate to Moses. And way back here, see, this the Old Testament that Jewish people believe in and Muslims alike, right? The beginning, this goes back to Deuteronomy. Hold on. That's it. What about this? What about this? What about this right here? Right here. What about that? What about that? You think that's more important than a state that hurt and kill each other? The history of creation in the beginning, God created everything in this world. It's His. It's not none of y'all's. Okay? So, straighten that out. Get that straightened out. That He created everything in here. Everything. You hear me? You hear me? What He did. Y'all gotta turn back to the Lord. All of you. Every one of you. In the earth. He did this. This is His world. This is not y'all's. You claiming something? Your hearts are evil. Your hearts are evil. And God knows you. He knows you by name. And there's gonna come a day you're gonna see Him again. This same one here. You're gonna see Him again. Everybody gonna see Him. He created all this. This was not created by man. God created man for Him. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta stop this nonsense. You don't, hell, what the Lord said. And what He say? God bless them. What He said? The birds, everything. This is God created. Y'all don't want to accept this because the evil is in your heart. For whatever reason, this is His world. Every city, everywhere is His. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image." So if you got a problem, you got one with God Himself, the King of Kings, King of the Jews. Got a problem, you got one with God, and He got a problem with you, because He created all us, and all that little stuff people got going on. No, you're not gonna make God a lie. God gave everything in here. You heard me. Look at that. The food, the seeds, the wood, the bake, the money, the houses. God did that. Y'all want to play? Y'all don't let the devil deceive y'all. See? Okay? He did this. You see what I'm saying? And now you want to take and get credit and lie on another. It's not going to work. And then He said He rested from His word. and then sanctified. Okay now. And then, okay, the histories of the heaven. And then the Lord said, what? He did this now. Y'all out here. And then God said, what? God formed man of the dust of the ground. Do you see this right here? You owe God. And y'all brothers and sisters, y'all ought to hug each other and ask God to forgive y'all. Because he's coming back. And he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being. See what I'm saying? Life in God's garden. Y'all heard? You see what that say? Life in God's garden. The Lord God planted a garden now. Y'all gotta understand, it's God's. It's his world. Every place, everywhere is his. It's his. You have been deceived. You have been deceived. You have been deceived. And then you go through what is that Deuteronomy at? Yeah. Then what do you say? There's this lessons of returning to God. You see what God's saying? It's the Old Testament. He's saying, you hear me? You're out in captivity. You're out in captivity. Gather you again from all nations where the Lord your God has scattered you. This is his. He says, return. They say that's black folks, but I don't know. I don't look at stuff like color. But, and then those people just old, right? And then you got these people, and then you got a choice. He said, what? The choice of life or death. You can't, see all that right there? He said, you shouldn't say, who will ascend into heaven for us, or bring it to us that we may hear it and do it. Yeah, y'all gotta get up in there and read that Bible. Stop playing these games y'all playing. Because God is for real. He is for real, love. He's for real. And God talks about all those places in the Holy Land. And for people to sit up there and you play with God like he's something to play with, he's not. He's the creator of all things. And then y'all get on here making a mockery out of God and like he don't see what we doing. He knows everything we do. You know what I'm saying? We can't fool God. We might fool ourselves, but you ain't gonna fool him. Because, you know what I'm saying? All through the Bible, even the Old Testament, the Jews was being told Jesus was coming. You know what I'm saying? So it has foretelling the Old Testament of him. And for people to sit there and want to lie and play with God and disrespect him like that, and act like he's fake when he's real, he's a true living God. You know what I'm saying? All the way through here. And then this is where he's telling you right here. He said, no return to the law. That goes for Muslims and anybody. No return to the law. Israelites, no return to the law. Plain as day. You see it right there. You see it right there in your face. You see it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go read that Bible. Stop being deceived. You know who deceived y'all? Satan. Satan deceived y'all. He deceived y'all. You know what I'm saying? Look, only one word, gospel. Only one gospel. And y'all still playing? Y'all still playing out here? You is what? Justification by faith. That's what Jesus Christ did. Ain't no law. Hey, you seen it for yourself. Foolish, who bewitched you that you should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Jesus Christ was clearly portrayed among you as crucified. So, yeah, y'all got it right here. Y'all, everybody choose. Everybody choose what they want to do. And just like Satan chose to be the devil, got casted down, and guess what? Us humans, we got to choose what we gonna do. There we go again. No other doctrine. Oh Lord Jesus, you speaking right now. As I urge you when I went into Macedonia. Oh baby, y'all, come on here now. Come on here now. Don't take heed to what? What's that? Fables and endless genealogies which cause disputes rather than godly edification, which is in faith. And that's in Timothy. And ain't we on that? Ain't we on that? What is it? What is it? And now, purpose of the commandment is love from a pure heart, from a good conscience, and from a sincere faith, from which some having strayed have turned aside to idle talk, desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor the things which they affirm. But we know that the law is good if one uses it lawfully, knowing this, that the law is not made for a hold on. I'm back, you guys. Sorry about that. Okay. What it was saying, and what it is saying. That we are not made for a righteous person, but the lawless and insolent, for the ungodly and for sinners, for the unholy and profane, for the murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for fornicators, for sodomites, for kidnappers, for liars, for perjurers. And if there is any, who's that? What in the world is that? Yeah, wait a minute. If there's any other thing that is contrary to the sound doctrine, according to the glorious gospel of the blessed God, which was committed to my trust. Okay. Oh yes, it does a lot of stuff, that's order with how the Lord wanted things in His church, but men and women and error and greed. This is what has messed up everything, and lies, and like He said, God is not playing with people. He's not. He's sitting up playing like just like that's over with. Animal sacrifice insignificant. You see what I'm saying? For the law, having a shadow of the good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never, with these same sacrifices, which they offer continually year by year, make those who approach perfect. For then would they not have ceased to be offered. For the worshippers, once purified, would have had no more consciousness of sins. But in those sacrifices, there is a reminder of sins every year. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls and goats could take away sins. Christ's death reveals God's will. Therefore he came into the world, he said, sanctifying an offering you did not desire, but a body you have prepared for me, and burnt offerings and sacrifice for sin you had no pleasure. Then I said, behold, I have come. In the volume of the book it is written of me, to do your will, O God. Previously sin, sacrifice and offering, burnt offerings and offerings for sin you did not desire, nor had pleasure in them which are offered according to the law. Then he said, behold, I have come to do your will, O God. He takes away the first, and he may establish the second. By that will we have been sanctified through the offering of the body of Jesus Christ once for all. Once for all. Christ death perfects the sanctified. All right, y'all. Get up in there. Get up in there. Get up in there, huh? Yeah. James. What it say? Do not be deceived, my beloved brethren. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and comes down from the Father of light, with whom there is no variation or shadow of turning. Of his own will he brought us forth by the word of truth, that we might be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. Qualities needed in trials. Qualities needed in trials. Humanity cures worldliness. That's 70 verse demonic wisdom. Who is wise and understanding among you? Let him show by good conduct, and his works are done in meekness and of wisdom. But if you have bitter envy and self-seeking in your hearts, do not boast and lie against the truth. This wisdom does not descend from above, but is earthly, sensual, demonic. For where envy and self-seeking exist, confusion and every evil thing are there. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceful, gentle, willing to yield, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. Now the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace